Good morning, Sunrise. Oh boy, I wrote a lot of stuff down last night. I think it was about 10 when Elizabeth said, just come to bed. And then at 3, my brain said all the things that I didn't write down yesterday. So this will be fun. Introducing visiting Rotarians this morning. Do we have any visiting Rotarians? Not today, okay. How about Rotaract and or Interact members? That's okay. I know we have guests of Rotarians. Let's go around the room here and introduce where we are. Angela.
I have 2 guests, both guys, and Leslie.
Well, guys, and Leslie Douglas, thanks for being here.
That's my daughter,
Leslie.
President Ian, I have a guest with me this morning. For the last time, Peggy Metzger, we've been enjoying that Humboldt State or Cal Poly Humboldt.
Okay.
My wife isn't here with me.
All right. Any guests on Zoom? I think these are all familiar faces right here. All right. Moving on. Quick, we've got some save the dates. Today, right after the meeting, please meet on the plaza. If you need to, you can leave your stuff here. The room is fine, and then we can come back up and get it. But as soon as we're done, ring the bell. Let's file on out to the plaza for a couple quick club photos.
Yeah, you folks on Zoom better leave now.
Just to get here. Okay, and this Sunday, we've been invited as a club to participate in setting up for the Juneteenth celebration Sunday morning. There's a sign-up genius out, 8 a.m. Show up in front of the Jacoby Storehouse here and join in. They're going to need help setting up the tables and pop-ups and anything else that needs to be ported from blocks away from their vehicles. Mostly Black-owned businesses and kind of a craft fair celebration going on. So please sign up for that. Or if you forget to sign up, just show up at 8 Sunday. And then next week, they're asking for help to transport some of the tables. They're just going to shove in the closets over here back to where they belong in Eureka. And those are flexible times. So look at that. June 25th. Thanks, AJ, for helping set this up. Do you have anything more you want to say about Oyster Fest?
Sign up genius is out.
Sign up genius is out. Okay.
Folks have done it in the past, so they have a process where it's much smaller, but like there's some logistics to work at the very beginning. So
Okay. Okay.
Reusable cups.
And we need about 10 people. Okay. June 25th. Okay.
So much stuff going on June 25th.
I know you got stuff going on, Dustin. Why don't you just, and frankly, go jump out of a plane. Okay. June 10th, we've got ringing in the Rotary year with Vanessa Griffin, our incoming president.
No.
Point of order. It's not July 10th?
No, that's the Sunday.
Oh my gosh. So when is, Vanessa, when is your inaugural meeting? She believes it's an 8th. I'll believe what she believes. How's that?
I have an 8th. Do I have an 9th?
Do we have a second for an 8th? Okay. 8th? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, any other announcements? Okay. So I'm really not that mean, folks. Dustin, what's going on with this?
I actually am just jump on that plane. So this is actually my last push to raise money for Poly this year. Me and District 5150 and District 440. I was decided to go take our polio fundraising to New Heights and skydiving on June 5th. There's awareness and raise money for polio. So I'd like to give one last donation to our polio fund. I've got a site set up right there.
Oh, look at that, it works.
QR code, we got our district website. Should be on y'all's email inboxes this morning with a little write up, and it's going to be I think a fun time. So yeah, yes, I will be jumping up a plane to raise money for polio.
Are we paying before or after?
So just for a few seconds, this QR code actually works. If you have your phone, you want to use it real quick. And Dustin, is there like a special price to come and actually push you out of the plane?
There is.
Yeah.
participating. So, and it's really cool because the NDRC is the governor of 5150, which is San Francisco, and then Sherry Shields, she's governor of Wyoming, which is 5140. So we're all doing this big kind of allows us to raise awareness and raise money in lakhs. So we step out of office. So anyway,
Awesome.
any amount is great. So thanks, thanks for
That's in service. Second. All right. Okay. Peggy and AJ and Jessica, would you please come to the front? And as much as you can, squeeze in this way.
Come over this way. Hi, Zoomers.
Well, fellow Rotarians, oh.
Just get in. Come on, we're friends here. Come on.
We guys next to each other. It's my privilege today to conduct an induction ceremony to bring a new member to our club. Peggy Metzger was proposed for membership by Jessica McKnight. Her proposal has been reviewed by the membership committee in accordance with our club constitution and bylaws. Her name has been circulated and her application for membership has been approved. Rotary is defined as a volunteer organization of business and professional leaders united worldwide to provide humanitarian service and help build goodwill and peace. Club members meet weekly to plan service projects, discuss community international issues, and enjoy fellowship. Clubs are non-religious, non-political, and open to individuals of diverse backgrounds. Rotary encourages high ethical standards in all vocations while striving to live and work by the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Peggy, we now proceed to admit you into the membership of the Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise, and we welcome you to the friendship of Rotary throughout the world. The ideal of Rotary service is which is why our motto is service above stuff. And the object of this club and all Rotary clubs is to encourage and foster this ideal as the basis of worthy enterprise you are to share in this application. Peggy, you have been approved for membership in the club because we believe you to be a worthy representative of your vocation, are interested in the ideals of Rotary, and are willing to do your share in translating these ideals into action. You've agreed to accept the obligations of membership in the club as people of action and to obey our club's constitution and bylaws. So I have the pleasure of asking your sponsor to pin on your membership the emblem of the Rotary wheel, which we hope you will wear with the pride of being a Rotarian, but also with the humility of service. And at this time, I'd like to present you with your red badge, a symbol of new club member. As a new member, there's a path you will follow as you achieve your blue badge status, and I know you'll receive this in a timely manner. The new member packet contains information for you about our Rotary Club and about Rotary International. You'll have many questions in the coming weeks. I encourage you to seek the answers from your sponsor, Jessica, your mentor, Brandy, members of the membership committee, the club president, and all club members. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the board of directors and the entire club, to welcome you to the Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise. Fellow Rotarians, I'm happy and honored to present to you our newest club member and newest Rotarian in the world, Peggy Metzger. As our welcome to the club.
Yay, welcome. Welcome aboard.
Okay. So far, we're on schedule, which is pretty cool. So next we have some craft talks. You okay, Dick? One second. Holding. Okay, he says go ahead. So we have a couple of craft talks today, which are the other end of the journey that Peggy just started as a new member. That basically wraps up the new member requirements to earn a blue badge and move on in the club. So first up, I'd like to invite Kenneth to come on up. And I'm going to do a little interview with Kenneth here as his craft talk. Come on up. So Ken, who are you? What brought you to us?
What brought me to us? Oh, what brought me to you guys was the very first impression you guys gave me a long time ago when I came as a guest, and I was just a Rotary actor. And like, how do I turn this club? And next thing you know, I was like, all right, let me just age out of my Rotary club and continue the path of continuing to my community.
Excellent. So I know you have one particularly huge passion. We'll come to that. But tell us about your path in Rotary. I know you started with Rotaract, is that right?
I did.
And which club?
It was the Lost Coast Rotaract, which is still static today.
Yeah. And I think you brought Matt last week, the incoming president. So good to see you. Are you at some level involved in both at this time?
Now, as of a couple of weeks ago, yes, they overrode the rule, the age limit.
Okay.
So now I'm a Rotary actor and a Rotary member.
Well done. Well done. You told me last week that you have a new challenge coming up. You want to tell us a little bit about what that's about?
Yes, I am moving to Denver, Colorado. I got a job offer to be a HR manager there, and I'll be starting in 2 weeks. So next Friday is my last Friday here in Humboldt County.
I know, right? That's what I said too. He heard that. Congratulations. That's a huge change. Different state, different job, and we're going to miss you being here physically. But Kenneth told me that he'd still like to be a member of the club, so we're working on that as well. What does that look like? Yeah, just got the blue badge. What do you do currently at work? Who got you that opportunity?
I do a lot of things. Like one example for COVID, I got out of 570 team members, 500 of them were registered with at least the first vaccine of COVID, and also the flu shot as well.
Awesome.
And I also took background checks, hiring team members, and make sure all the laws are in place within the company and whatnot, escape on water for company inspections.
And you said about 500 people that report to you in HR?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big crew. I can tell you that.
Payroll, so it's not the easiest job in the world, but it's a lot of fun.
And this is still at Sun Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
No 2 days are ever the same in HR.
Excellent. No, no, they're not. So tell us about your biggest passion in life.
One of them is definitely running. Ever since I was probably 5 years old or so, my house used to be right on the course of the LA Marathon. And I always see the Olympic runners just running, like making it look easy. Like I want to be one of those guys one day. And next thing you know, it became a realistic path of working really hard day in, day out. In high school, my dream was to run for college. And I saw the statistics at the time. It was within the 2.8% of athletes in the whole nation to make it to NCAA. And I was part of that. And to achieve it, I was running with my brother pacing on the bike, like late at night in the ghetto of downtown LA. This is for the theme. Like you hear a couple of gunshots in the background, just keep following the dream, like everything's gonna be okay. And next thing you know, you see the Boston medal right there. And I'm also being interviewed in Boston. I was one of the top finishers for the Boston Marathon. And I'm still currently ranked in the top 2% in the nation.
If you follow Kenneth on social media, basically he's out there at the hours and nobody else is awake, working hard to maintain that. And my legs are shaking just thinking of running after somebody on a bike. Wow. Tell us a little bit about yourself in general. How'd you end up here in Arcata with us, and about your family, and what's been going on for you up to this point?
I am a first generation student, or first generation American. My family is from Spain and Salvador, and it was always a dream to just continue learning and reading. It was ever since I was 4 or 5 years old. I was wanting a book, and I always saw kids walking with their backpacks. Like, I want to be one of those guys. And almost every summer until I graduated from high school, I never had a real summer. I've always volunteered at school, tutoring or being a TA. And it's always been a passion of mine to just keep on learning no matter what the subject is. And the first dream of it was when I graduated in 2009. And that photo above is when I was in kindergarten. And the photo below is when I graduated and fulfilled my dream of graduating college here at Humboldt State, which is now Cal Poly Humboldt. So that was the second time I graduated college. The first one was Santa Monica College, but my real dream was the actual BA. And at the time, I had a handlebar mustache, and you can see a little Pikachu there, and the very a shoulder of mine there. The reason why I had Pikachu there because I'm a big Pokemon fan. Not a lot of people know that. And Pokemon's what got me what I like to tell my friends as a joke that it kept me out of the streets, it kept me out of trouble, and it also allowed me to fulfill the challenges I wanted to fulfill. And as you see in the PowerPoint, there's a couple of achievements I have listed there. After the year, 2 times in Santa Monica College, most valuable player for, even though we're runners, we're not really players, but most valuable team member for cross country track and field. Bubba's S list for here at Humboldt State. Athlete of the week at Humboldt State, which is not Cal Poly. And then this just goes on. I couldn't fit it all in the PowerPoint.
Thank you. So what inspires you to keep volunteering?
I just love seeing people's reactions and just hearing the giant thank you. So this photo here is me coaching Humboldt Eureka High School. I received a call from my former coach, Scott Pesh, and I thought he was gonna give me a call to because I'm in his network connection to getting volunteers. Like, okay, I'll be happy to volunteer. And he's like, come over and we could discuss over a beer. And he tells me there's an opening for coaching Eureka High School, the distance team. And I just said yes immediately. And each one of these students here is literally the definition of the runner's high. They just did exactly what I wanted them to do. And I was teaching them the short-term goals, long-term goals, and how to achieve that while having fun. And just seeing them succeed is my paycheck, so to speak.
Excellent. I really appreciate you coming up to speak today. It's good to get everybody to know you a little bit better. Unfortunately, Nick is out today, our Sergeant at Arms, so your blue badge is in process.
No worries.
Thanks for understanding. I know.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again. Angela, how you doing today? leave the slides to you. There's just the forward and back arrows there.
Good morning. So I've only seen a few craft talks, and Marty's was the first one. It was on Zoom. So, and they're all a little bit different, which I think is really awesome. So my name is Angela Robershotte. I was born on July 12th, 1972. These are my parents, Ginny and Mike. They met on the school bus. My dad lived on the Angel Ranch and my mom lived on the Dollar Ranch, and they met at 15 and were married for 56 years, I think. I have one brother. His name is Michael, and he lives in Eureka and has 2 daughters. I am a 4th generation Humboldt County person, and the top left is my dad's grandparents, Ray and Nellie, and my mom's grandparents are on the right. Sorry, gosh. Paul and Palmyra. My grandma and grandpa are on the bottom, and they're all there. When I was 7, we moved to Arcata, and this is how bad my parents did not want to live in McKinleyville. They still have that house, and it looks much different. Or the shape is the same, but they've done a lot of remodeling. And on the left, that's our chicken house, and it's actually still there. When I was younger, I participated in 4-H for many years and showed at the fairs, and I still have some sheep from my sheep project. I graduated from high school in 1991. After high school, I went to Seattle for a while, and then I went to Oregon for a couple of years, and then came back and went to Humboldt. And I attended bar while I was in Humboldt. And then I graduated from Humboldt in 2002. And I gave Alistair McCrone a great big hug when I graduated. I have 2 sons. This is Anthony. He loves cooking and playing the piano and the guitar and the sheep. And he enjoys, he has a job working for Jane Fraser in Arcata. And he thinks that he wants to be in the medical field, but also is very interested in cattle right now, which is kind of alarming. Andrew just graduated from 8th grade on Wednesday. And he is a foodie as well, but he's very concentrated on health. And he likes to play with his go-kart and play basketball. And Andrew doesn't know what he really wants to do, but they both really love spending time with my mom and like gardening with her in the summertime. And they go fishing. They're actually going fishing this morning because school's out. The picture on the right, I told them that they had to eat everything that they killed. And so they had to eat some squirrel. We enjoy cooking. And of course, cocktails. And
I'm sorry, the voice.
no. Anthony could probably make you a mean martini though. And being with our family. We love going to Trinity Lake together. I think I've spent every summer of my life at Trinity Lake. I currently work at Eureka Payments. Right out of college, I worked for a professional mortgage group as a loan officer assistant, and then became a loan officer for a while. And then I worked for a couple of different mortgage companies, and then went back to professional mortgage group for a while. I was divorced in 2012 and needed a job with not just commission. And so I went to work for American Ag Credit, which is where I met Walt. And I worked there for 3 years. And then I went to Eureka Payments. I was there for 3 or 4 years, went to Service Master for a year, and now I'm back at Eureka Payments. We live in Arcata. We still have sheep, and yesterday we sheared. That was really fun. But I have a favorite sheep. Her name is Gloria. Gloria likes to take selfies. So we have 2 dogs and sheep and chickens and cats, and we live next door to the house that was in the picture, next door to my parents. And these are just some pictures of the boys and I. Oh, here's the slide with the dogs and Gloria. Currently I work with Eureka Payments. I might have gotten them out of order there a little bit. And we just sponsored a hole at the golf tournament. That was really fun. And then also we went to the other golf tournament for, what was the name of that golf? Yes. And so we were able to golf together. That was really fun. And this year, the things that are new is that I joined Rotary, and I went to Ireland with my friend Cece, and went to Italy with Chuck. So those are the new things that, let's see, let's back up one. So one of the things that one of my passions that I really am interested in service group is large events and fundraising and organizing that type of thing, which is one of the things I did for American Ed Credit. And my degree is in recreation administration. And so it's that's one of the things that I really enjoy. So I look forward to that.
So Angela, there's something about that last picture. There's a trip to Italy with Jeff. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is that a Rotary man's? Happy for you guys. Okay. No. Okay. Point of business. Point of order. Point of business. Not today. So Robin is going to do hers in July. Sorry, it wasn't the triple extravaganza, but now you know what they look like, right? They're all different. That's all I can tell you. They're all different. Thanks. So we have a proposed change to our bylaws. This is a club vote. We're not going to dwell on this in an open forum in the club because everybody's received all the information over time necessary to make this decision throughout the past year. Through club announcements in meetings, through surveys, and our always accessible board meetings. I ask that each of you vote in whatever way each of us thinks is best for the future of the club. When folks join Rotary, most of the time we join because we want to participate in something bigger than we could achieve on our own. Something that will reach and help people who we would not otherwise have access to. One of our ongoing jobs as individual Rotarians is to find ways to provide opportunities for service that are meaningful and compelling, such that people would be bummed if they didn't get to participate. I think we do a pretty good job with this as a club, but we still struggle, as most clubs do, with the fact that on average, a little less than half our members do about 90% of the work that we set out to do. I know metaphorically I'm preaching to the choir here. Participation matters. Participation matters. It helps us to avoid overcommitment and burnout, and provides ongoing opportunity to connect with others. So no matter what the outcome of today's vote, please ask yourself, why did I join Rotary of Arcata Sunrise? And what do I need to do to help myself continue to engage or re-engage, and to help lift others up who have lost their initial inspirations? Let's vote. On the table, you have a very simple form, no pens needed. Tear off the half that you want to use for your vote, hand it in, dispose of the other half. If you just pass them toward the center. Maggie, if you'd like to initiate the online portion of the vote, be great. That's it, okay. Everybody on Zoom in? Maggie, we have everybody on Zoom. Members in the room, please, if you're a member active in the club, please raise your hand so we can get a quick count. This requires a 2/3 vote of members present at the meeting, either here or online. So 1, 2, 3.
Are you a member?
Members present at the meeting. This vote requires a 2/3 majority.
I didn't want you to.
So we need 26. Gotta count the Zoom. Yeah. So we had 21. The vote does not pass, so the bylaws stand as they exist. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating. Moving on. Okay, sorry, we don't have a raffle today. We're going to jump right to some more fun stuff. I forgot my tissue box, damn it. So, as I said, I woke up really early this morning, thinking about all the things that I didn't write down, and then I fell back to sleep and forgot those. So, please, yeah, gotta let it go. So, but I'm glad I wrote something down because this will help me stay stable through this. Thank you very much. Let's start easy. If you serve the club for District 5130 as a district representative, please stand up, and Zoomers raise your hands. served on our club's board of directors or executive committee, please stand up. You participated in at least one fundraiser and one of our service projects this Rotary year, please stand up. Yeah. If you've attended at least one of our meetings each month, please stand up. Very good, very good. If you joined our club this Rotary year, please stand up. Yeah. If you joined the Polio Plus Society for a recurring donation to end polio this year, please stand up. Wow. If you joined a Rotary Fellowship outside the club this year, please stand up. If you sponsored or mentored a new member this year, please stand up. Whose legs are tired? See, the point is, it can be tiring doing all that, right? Right? But it makes you stronger. Kenneth can attest to that. Keep doing it, okay? We all serve to change lives, and sometimes the life that changes our own. If you feel that your life has had greater meaning because of your participation with this club in this Rotary year, please stand up. Thank you, everyone. Not all of us can be here all of the time. We know that. Even if we could, it's still been tough to do with this ongoing presence of COVID. But we'd get by with a little help from our friends, as one of my favorite songs says. So on to some individual recognitions. You know, I felt compelled to do this because there are some people in the club who I felt, from my direct experience, have gone above and beyond in their efforts to help our club and continue to do what we set out to do this Rotary year, and who have personally expended more time, energy, and emotion than anyone should reasonably expect of any volunteer. And I'm deeply grateful that they did. This first one was easiest for me to decide. Without hesitation, at the top of my mind, at least weekly, maybe even daily, hourly, throughout my term of service, these two have been my compass and have helped me find my way and figure things out. They know some of my biggest struggles and brightest joys throughout this presidency. Without them, both of my eyes would have migrated to one side of my head because I would have been floundering hard. Past President Maggie and past District Governor Terry, thank you. They can tell you I wasn't joking about sometimes hourly. This next individual is like a tugboat, modest, quietly doing the work of ensuring that the course charted succeeds in finding safe harbor at journey's end. At the beginning of this year, I had something in particular on my presidential wish list, and this person led the team who got it done. The paperwork alone, both to get it going and to finish it up, made my head spin. For making a pet project into a lasting reality, the rainwater catchment system at Arcata Elementary, past President AJ Gonzalez. Every leader needs someone to check them, right? A person who's steadfast, procedurally oriented, and who starts hard conversations to get you really thinking about what you're doing. This person also shows up for everything. They're all in, always have been since I joined Rotary. To quote them directly, what's the point if you're not going to participate? Try to remember Craig Newman. My next recognition is for someone that hit their stride in Rotary and stepped in every imaginable way in this last Rotary year. They have a knack for seeing where help is needed most and helping to make it just seem to just happen. Sometimes we have the joy of working with our favorite people, maybe even our best friend. I've known this person longer than anyone, there it goes, other than my parents and my brother. And this isn't nepotism, I promise you. I think you'll all agree that Jeff Stebbins is an absolute rock star in this club. My last recognition is for a person who has, from my perspective, fully embraced, sorry, Zoomers, let me expand that. Fully embraced and embodied the ongoing evolution of our organization. Their community outreach and participation beyond the club has demonstrably increased positive and grounded perceptions of who Rotarians are, which has gifted us with the opportunities to collaborate and assist with diverse spaces where Rotary as an organization has historically been viewed as an outsider rather than as a partner. Early on in my Rotary journey, this person inspired me with their genuine care and concern for all people. And I know this has endeared them in the hearts of others in our club too. People naturally want to follow them because the clearly visible positive energy and passion that this person brings into any room. Their most recent focus as a Rotarian has affected positive changes in all of our club's actions these past couple of Rotary years, and is precisely aligned with the relatively recent commitment of Rotary International and our club to actually advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion. Friends, my heartfelt and genuine congratulations to my choice for Rotarian of the Year in the Arcata Sunrise Club is Romi Hitchcock-Tinseth.
Wow.
Romi, I won't put you on the spot, but if you have a word, you're welcome. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Ian, I could not be more honored because you inspire me every single day.
There it is. I'm sorry I couldn't hand you the tissues through that. Thank you, Romi. Right back at you. Really. Okay, everybody. I know there's people I've left out. I see you. I know who you are. You were in my head at 3 a.m. till about 5 when I fell asleep again, but please know that you've been seen, and I really appreciate all that everybody's done in this club. Thank you very much for a great year. But wait, there's more. I'd like you to put your hands together for Sunshine Sue and the Sunrisers. Spill that over my face. This should be interesting.
Remind you of some phone calls you got for me? There is a club in Arcata they call a Sunrise One, and it's been the home of many a DG. And hey, Dustin is one. Our governor was a leader. He stood up in his blue jeans, just to seek meeting. He said this is Rotary. Everybody. This is Rotary. Now he joined our club in 2012. Involved in lots of stuff. Yeah, from Interact to Rotaract. Was president just once. Oh, Dustin Littlefield, what to do when you have done? Spend our lives just living Rotary in this club. Sunrise, it's fun. Well, he's got one foot on the platform. This is the end of his reign. And he's coming back, but past DG, a regular guy again. There is a club in Arcata they call a sunrise hunt. It's been the home to many a DG. Dustin was a great one.
Repeat, everybody.
Dustin was a great one.
All right. Thank you, Dustin. One of the other objectives I asked for at the beginning of this was service beyond the club. Thank you. Well, that was fun. Let's wrap this up. Filled with gratitude. What an opportunity. It's been an honor. All right, how about a picture?